Hello and welcome back to Starside Cafe. We are continuing our E3 coverage, and today the Square Enix press conference happened, and so we're going to do a little breakdown of it. Square Enix had what felt like a very brief press conference that was essentially all trailers back to back to back. There was no one on stage awkwardly trying to transition from one thing to another, which I'm in general pretty fond of, but this press conference was kind of underwhelming. We'll start off with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is what they started the show with. They emphasized become one with the jungle, which included stealth takedowns, hiding in the environment. You could toss objects to distract enemies. And then she took out one person and the guy walked over and was like, body here, looks recent, which is very, very gamey dialogue. It's not personal at all. Like, in real life, you'd be like, oh man, Dave, are you okay? Someone killed Dave with an arrow to the head, be on guard. But no, that's not how that happened in this game. Anyway, it looks pretty good, but it looks pretty much like any other stealth game. The real thing about Tomb Raider is puzzle solving and raiding tombs and such, which they did not show, but whatever. The release date is September 14th, 2018. Then they moved on to Stormblood, which is a DLC, I guess, for Final Fantasy XIV Online. They also show, or maybe that's the full title. I don't know Final Fantasy. Anyway, Under the Moonlight patch 4.3 was advertised as coming along with some Monster Hunter World content that's going to get added to the game in summer of 2018, so pretty soon, I guess. Then they moved on to Captain Spirit, which was first shown at Microsoft's press conference. It takes place in the same universe as Life is Strange. Seems like a playable kids movie where they're able to visualize and gamify things in his imagination, which is kind of cool. It's completely free, which is also amazing, and it's coming out June 26th, and I would imagine it's going to be out on most platforms, because I think Life is Strange is out on most things. Anyway, then after that, they moved on to Dragon Quest XI, which is a JRPG series with a nice anime art style. I've never played them, but they're pretty popular among people that like that series, I guess. It's coming out September 4th, 2018, and it's a PS4 exclusive, as far as I could tell. Then they showed a very brief trailer, a cinematic trailer, no gameplay whatsoever, for something called Babylon's Fall. By Platinum Games. It's a PS4 exclusive, also out on Steam in 2019. Then they showed that Nier Automata is coming to Xbox, which we already knew, but the release date is June 26, 2018. Then they showed the Nintendo Switch exclusive Octopath Traveler, which we've been aware of for quite a while. They were very brief when they showed this, but it's coming out July 13th, 2018. Then they moved on to another one of their bigger games, Just Cause 4. You play as Rico Rodriguez, and it's supposed to be the largest, most detailed world they've ever created. It's very rich with a variety of wildlife, and they showed the bad guys. So Gabriella is the leader of the Black Hand, and these are the people I guess you'll be fighting against. They emphasize destruction and weather effects, including tornadoes and sandstorms. They totally overhauled the vehicles. They have a customizable grapple now. You can tether more things, supposed to be way more powerful. They emphasized go anywhere and do anything gameplay, and it's supposed to have more intelligent enemies with AI meant to keep players on their toes more than ever before. It's on a new engine that makes draw distances very good and adds a lot of intricate detail, and it's coming out December 4th, 2018. Then they got to a weird trailer for a game set in New York. It's called The Quiet Man. And it starts off with this live action trailer where this deaf guy walks into this random alley and for no reason starts fighting some dudes that are just in the alley for no reason. And it seemed like they were trying to emphasize how good their graphics were, because they're like, we're going to start off with a live action and then we're going to go into gameplay and it's going to be so seamless and our graphics are so good that you totally won't even be able to tell the difference. But it was super jarring because their graphics were actually kind of subpar. They didn't give a release date, but they did say that they were going to show more in August. And the splash screen at the end showed no Xbox, so this is apparently a PS4 and Steam exclusive. After that, they moved on to Kingdom Hearts. They showed basically the same footage that was shown at the Microsoft press conference, and it's coming out January 29th, 2019 on Xbox One and PS4. And that was it. After showing the same Kingdom Hearts trailer from the Microsoft conference, they did a brief recap trailer that was a mashup of all the things we just saw, and then it ended, and everyone on Twitter was like, that's it? No Avengers news? They're working on an online Avengers game that everyone's very curious about, but they didn't even acknowledge that it exists at this press conference, so no news there, I guess. Also, nothing on Final Fantasy VII, which people all wanted to hear that they're making some sort of progress on, but they had nothing to say about it here. Kotaku's Jason Schreier immediately tweeted, "Wow, Square Enix delivers the weakest E3 press conference we've seen in at least a decade, and I could not agree more. It was super underwhelming." And even the post-shows were all pretty much in agreement that this was an extremely underwhelming press conference. Just about everything they showed we've already seen, and they didn't really deep dive into any one of their games. It just seemed like there was no point, or like, did we need this showcase at all? They could have pretty much just given the few things that we hadn't seen yet to Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo to show at their conferences and saved everyone the time, I guess. But anyway, whatever, I guess that's it. Let me know what you thought. Am I overreacting? Which games were you most excited about from Square Enix? And stay tuned, because we'll have more E3 coverage over the course of the week. But for now, I'll catch you on the next one.